another week in my life. I've honestly been so much more active on short form content lately and Substack, but I'm still a YouTube girl at heart. So I'm happy to be vlogging this week. But I hope everyone's been well. I have a lot of fun things in store this week. I am prepping for Fashion Week next week, so I have some meetings and things to go to in the city for fittings, for shows. I'm also doing some vintage sourcing this week and just trying to have a lovely time here in upstate New York. I'm sure I'll get some snowboarding in and fun outside time. Today I am rocking the side part. I haven't had a side part since, I don't know, early high school. But I feel like since I've been dyeing my hair black, it's a little bit less obvious when I have roots if I do a bit of a side part, but I can't tell if it's just not the vibe on me. I know it's been trending again. I'm also getting a haircut next week, which I feel like I really need. I miss having the shorter hair. Very inspired by Gracie Abrams' haircut lately, and I love that she still has a bit of a bolder brow. I feel like brows have gone so thin, which I love that look too, but I just can't pull it off. Speaking of Fashion Week, I just opened some fun packages that I'm excited to have to style for my looks for next week. I wanted some new sunglasses. These are just a cheaper pair. I don't have anything in this shape. They're actually just from ASOS and I'm super impressed. I might even put my prescription in them. My dog just gets a hold of all my sunglasses. I had like a $600 pair of Balenciaga sunglasses that she completely shattered and chewed up, and I think I just can't have those anymore. I also just unboxed some new boots from Dolce Vita. I'm such a shoes girl. Of course they're black. I've had a gap for this style of shoe in my collection. So I picked out these first. I think they're called their Oki boot. I'll link everything below. It's a slight pointed toe, just a slight heel, so nothing too dramatic. And I know these are just gonna be a total staple, and I love that they're a little bit more affordable too. And then the second pair I picked out are these suede boots. A bit more Western style, a bit more upstate. I have Tecovas cowboy boots that I wear all the time, and I think these are a bit more of like a fashion girl version. And I always love suede boots. I used to have a pair of A.F. Van der Vorst boots similar to this, which is one of my favorite designers, but they weren't the right size. I had to pass those on to somebody else, but these are totally gonna fill the gap in my wardrobe. I also made a profit off those boots because A.F. Van der Vorst pieces have climbed in price so much since they closed their business. I thought I would walk you through my day yesterday because I filmed a little bit. I actually filmed a lot, but I didn't film that much of me talking. So I was in the city yesterday. I took the train in. Fun day with Adidas. Unfortunately, everything was under embargo. I had to sign an NDA, but it was so cool to be in their space and hear their designers chat about everything that they're working on. And I hope to have some fun upcoming things with them soon. One thing that I have been missing so much since moving upstate is Thai food. I know it must exist somewhere, but there's definitely not any restaurants super close to me. That just used to be like a twice a week staple, especially like a good lunch special for me. I wasn't even really planning on doing this, but I was walking around the city and I had like an hour to kill in between meetings, and I just went into a random Thai restaurant. It was totally fine. And I got a lunch special and I read my book. I've been reading Ordinary Human Failings by Megan Nolan. Recommendation from Big Book Lady. Her name's Lauren. She also does YouTube, but she does a lot of book recommendations on TikTok. I've already finished it since starting it on the train down to New York, and I loved it. Such a good book. It's quite a fast read. I think it was around 200 pages. I read it basically in one sitting. So I can't recommend that one enough. It's a crime novel, but it also touches on class, issues between Ireland and the UK, abortion, addiction. It was so good. I had my Thai food, went to one of my favorite coffee shops. I also went into Quarters, which is a place that I've been wanting to check out since they opened. I've seen it all over Instagram. It's a new cafe and wine bar. It's in Soho by two interior designers and everything's shoppable in the store. It was so beautiful and I need to make a res. Wow, what a dreamy space. I also want to check out the new Gem coffee shop, which is supposed to be very Danish inspired, by the maker of Jim Wine Bar and Jim the Restaurant. Had to pick up some looks from brands that I'm wearing to their shows for Fashion Week. Then I popped on the train and got right home, and we had a bit of a snowstorm. Time for an affordable luxury jewelry unboxing. I'm so excited to be working with Pascal on this portion of the video, and I have some pieces to share with you guys. These could be perfect for Valentine's Day, any upcoming holidays that you have on the horizon. For some background, in case you don't already know, Pascal is a California-based jewelry company that focuses a lot on diamonds, and I have a few new pieces to try on and share with you guys. First piece I picked out is a diamond ear cuff. This is called their Entwined Dual Row Diamond Ear Cuff, and it's in black gold vermeil. And it has these beautiful black diamonds. I am a huge fan of black diamonds. Of how subtle and minimal this is, I'm gonna try everything on for you guys.
As I said, this is the Entwined Dual Row Diamond Ear Cuff. It has 0.38 karat lab grown diamonds. They have 0% carbon emission. And how beautiful is this? It's great because it doesn't require a piercing.
I also picked out these thin small hoop earrings. They're super simple, great everyday pieces. These are in 18K white gold vermeil. Super tiny and minimal. Unfortunately, my second hole has grown over, but that's where I would ideally put it. I need to get that re-pierced.
What a lovely everyday style. Like I said, these are the thin small hoop earrings. They retail at $65. I love how lightweight they are. I'm wearing them in my first hole. I actually really love it. I don't think I even need to get my second hole re-pierced.
And lastly, I have their Geo signet ring. I've really been wanting a signet ring. This is also 18K white gold vermeil, the round cut diamond and polished finish.
I think this is a really fun unisex style. With my finish and diamond choice, this retails at $110. Just great everyday jewelry.
They have so many pieces to choose from on their site in different finishes, whether you're a yellow gold girl or a white gold girl, if you want something a bit flashier with a lot of diamonds or something a little bit more minimal like what I chose. I love that they also have all of the oxidized finishes available. I used to design a lot of oxidized jewelry for my own brand. I'll have links to all of the pieces that I chose in the description box below, along with just a general link to their website. And thank you so much to Pascal for partnering with me on a portion of this video.
Here's my look today. I am just wearing this Acne Studios top. I love this piece so much. My jewelry is by Pascal, which you just saw me unbox. Pants are very comfy by Fabrique. And then my everyday Social Work Studios mules.
Good morning. I am listening to our collaborative playlist right now, which I really am still enjoying. I did this a couple of months ago now with you guys on Substack, and it's just so nice to hear everyone's music taste and find new music too. But I thought this morning I'd chat to you guys while I get ready and also share some of my recent favorite products. By the way, I was just looking at the comments on my last vlog, and thank you guys so much for all of your tips for like a DIY temporary kitchen renovation. I mentioned that I want to wait to do our full kitchen renovation while we prioritize some other projects first. But I still kind of want to do like a little facelift because it's driving me crazy. You guys had some good ideas. So thank you so much. I always love chatting with you guys about that stuff. Skincare first. I'm starting with my new favorite cleanser. This is by Frey. It's their Purify Me Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Ever since I went off hormonal birth control a while ago now, my skin has been acne prone again. Definitely not as bad as when I was a teenager, but it's also really dry, especially in the winter. And this is the only cleanser I've found. It's great for acne prone skin, but is also very hydrating, and it has a little bit of gentle exfoliation. It feels very creamy. Transparently, I was gifted this, and they reached out the other day to ask me for my thoughts, and I was like, I actually love it so much and I would love to share with my followers. And they gave you guys a 25% off code, so obviously no pressure. It's already a more affordable product though, and you have 25% off. Then for morning moisturizer, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream Eye Cream. This is really brightening and nice. And Tula's 24/7 Hydrating Day and Night Cream. This is like a more high-end moisturizer that I use, but I also really just love CeraVe's Hydrating Cream. Or Cetaphil's. They're pretty similar. One thing that's been happening this week that's the very not so fun side of homeownership is our heat has been broken, and it's been single digits Fahrenheit outside. -Celsius if you're outside the US. So that hasn't been the most pleasant. I was really concerned it was going to be a bigger issue because we had big issues with our heat around this time last year that were much more expensive, but basically our house runs on propane heat, which I know not the most sustainable. We kind of just inherited it. We use that, and then we use a wood stove, and upgrading the system would be very, very expensive. We're also a part of a propane buying group in our area, so we get 50% off propane from the company, so that's also a reason for us to stick with propane financially. Anyways though, we're on propane, and our propane tank had a leak, and the company came to fill it up for us, and they locked it without telling us, so our heat just stopped working. Didn't really know what was going on. We had people coming in to look at it. Then it was pretty much just on the propane company, so I don't think we have to pay anything unless they're gonna send us like a surprise bill later. And this morning we have heat again. It was like high 30s, low 40s in our house. We were using the wood stove and some space heaters and just hunkering down in our bedroom the last few days. When basic things like that go wrong, it always makes you appreciate your basic necessities so much more. And Siggy and I were even talking about our dogs. I feel like people always make it seem like dogs are a really big space to be happy, and I feel like our dogs were happiest the past few days just in our bedroom with us because we were giving them so much attention, and everyone was together and they could cuddle and play, and their parents weren't leaving them, and they were very happy about that. I think it's sweet that even though we were sort of struggling, they were having the best time ever. This is another Tula product that I'm using all over my face. It's actually made to be a primer, but sometimes I wear this alone as a bit of a moisturizer, and it gives a light amount of coverage. My skin has gotten so pale this winter, and none of my makeup really matches anymore, so it's sort of by necessity. I need to find some new products that I want to have. This kind of just blurs your pores, which I have pretty big pores on my nose, and that's mainly what I'm looking for when I'm putting on makeup. I never really do anything too full coverage. Also very dry lips. I am loving the Outset's Barrier Rescue Balm. It's also really good for any dry patches on your skin. Like, I don't even know if my lips have been dry or if they're just sunburned and windburned from snowboarding. I also am going to use this Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Translucent Powder. This is also really good at covering pores since I'm not wearing any actual face coverage today. I'm also really loving this Bare Minerals highlighter. Just having a bit of glow in the winter I feel like is really important. This is their Complexion Rescue All Over Luminizer for some much needed glow. I love that it's not too shimmery too. And then this is a Skin by Ella blush cream. She's another influencer. Eyeliner by Swede Beauty. And then I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I haven't been wearing mascara either. I know that's kind of a trend lately. It just makes taking your makeup off so much more of a hassle, so that's kind of just a lazy girl thing. I already have pretty dark eyelashes too, so just doing a little bit of eyeliner does the trick for me. And then this is another one of those Skin by Ella blush creams, but I use it on my lip. And it's just nice and sheer. It kind of reminds me of Benetton, the throwback product that I feel like a lot of us had when we were teenagers. I'm not sure if it's still around or not. I'm gonna change out of my robe that I live in and go put on some clothes. I think I'm just gonna be cozy today. I'm mainly just working at home, doing some editing. I'm also packing up some beauty products and old stock from my previous business, Shots Bellette, for fire victims from the California fires. I had several of you guys reach out and say that your home's burnt down and you lost everything, and I usually share these things with my close circle as gifts, but you guys are also a part of my close circle, and it's honestly the least that I can do. So much unopened amazing things that I get gifted for my job that I could never even use myself. So that's another thing on the to-do list today. It definitely hits close to home in so many other ways. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but some of my boyfriend's family lost their house in the fire. I know so many people impacted, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make sure for each package that I have something from like every category, like perfume, hair care, soaps, skincare, makeup. A very cozy look today of sweats. These are some of my faves, which I will link below for you guys. They're also quite affordable. I think I've just stopped spending too much money on like leisure wear because it just gets gross faster, and I find that the more expensive sweats usually aren't much nicer.
There's one exception that I can think of, which are a pair of a Goldie sweatpants that I had for a couple years. Unfortunately, got a big rust stain on them that I can't get out, but that's been the only exception that I found. This hoodie's a little bit wrinkled right now, so you can't fully see. It has a nice little bit of shape to it. You still feel a little put together.
I've been working on sourcing some new home auction links for my Substack today. This is something that I do weekly on there. I thought I would share it on YouTube as well because I haven't talked that much in depth about it. I'm going to share some items that I found this week. So these sources are kind of where business owners, resellers shop, interior designers shop to make a profit off of these pieces. And sometimes things go for super cheap. I usually source about 40 individual pieces for you guys every week, and bids start as low as $1. And sometimes items sell for the lowest bid. Sometimes things go much higher. Here are some things that I found this week. It's a lot of mid-century and Art Deco pieces, and all of these auctions that I'm sharing start at $1. First is this beautiful bed frame that has built-in nightstands. It's a Danish teak bed frame. I just love the look of built-in everything, so I think this is really incredible. Also, this gigantic floor lamp. I don't think it's rice paper, it's like a fabric sculptural lamp, sort of similar to these Firm Living ones. I think this is so beautiful, and it's huge and such a cozy statement piece. I have a very similar Danish teak dining table to this. Look at this Art Deco sofa. It's a little out there, but I think for the right person it would be really cool. I'm obsessed with all things burl. This burl wardrobe is beautiful. This auction also has some other matching pieces. I just thought the wardrobe was the coolest piece. If it were me, I would probably change the hardware on it, but super gorge. Space age dining chairs are very pretty. I love this onyx tray that has Scottish Terriers on it. This is a nice tulip dining table originally from Knoll. More burl. These are club chairs that are XL. I always find a lot of Adrian Pearsall pieces. That's who makes this chair. This Danish coffee table with the leaves is very nice, especially for an apartment. I always find a lot of cool kitchen sets, whether it's plates or flatware, that I like to share. This chess set is beautiful if you're a chess player or just as a decorative piece. I really loved this stainless steel dining table. This one already sold for $2. This is an incredible piece. I would totally have it if I had the space for it. Vintage outdoor sconces are very cool. I'm really into all of these like tile top Danish tables lately. I love this pine one. I think it's a much cooler version of typical farmhouse style. Rosewood and chrome desk is so beautiful. I always love Bauhaus style. I love these club chairs. If you're a big hosting person, I feel like I find these vintage bars a lot that are just so much cooler than a typical bar cart. Lots of rugs, so many Danish shag rugs. I could just go on, but if you're interested in these sources, you can subscribe to my Substack. I have a paid subscription tier that gets you links to these, but I post a lot of free content on there as well, and I really try to give as much value as possible.
I am popping out to run some errands. I just threw on a trench over my sweats, sunglasses, this Chanel tote, and my social work mules, which are basically slippers.
Quick what's in my bag before I leave for anybody that cares. This is like a Mary Poppins tote. Seriously, you can fit so much. I've been using it going into the city to carry my laptop and like change of clothes, anything that I need. My favorite cashmere lined leather gloves. These are such a winter essential, and they're from Saks Off 5th. So they're quite affordable for what they are. So many leather gloves are like hundreds of dollars. I think I got these for like $35. I'll link them below. My Margiela patent leather wallet that my dogs have chewed on, but it's still going strong. Random earrings because I always take them out of my ears. 2 pairs of sunglasses. These are just like cheapy ones, and these are prescription Warby Parker. Bluetooth headphones by Buttons, and 2 serum glasses by It Cosmetics. These are like the only texture glasses that I can handle on my lips, and they're kind of hydrating too. Up one of my looks that I'm wearing to Fashion Week for the Contessa Mills presentation. I'm going to 2 events with them actually. This brand is so my vibe. I think it's probably so a lot of your guys' vibes too, and it's still relatively small. A sneak peek at my look, I'm wearing this striped Oxford shirt. They have all these really beautiful brooches, and I'm gonna wear some black canvas and leather pants. You guys are gonna have to wait and see.
Siggy's mom came to town last minute, so we are doing a little ski and snowboarding day, bright and early. She's only here for a couple days, so I think we're gonna do this today. Tomorrow we're gonna go around vintage shopping with her, maybe take her to one of our favorite bars. And then it's almost time for fashion week in the city, so there's a lot of prep to do, and I'm just gonna be in and out a lot over the next couple weeks.
That's all I have for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have all of my other social platform links below if you want to follow along on there. Like I said earlier, I post a lot more on my other platforms lately, and I will see you guys super soon with a new video. Bye!